fresh haircut, shaved, and we are at Haugen Farms doing this 9620 RX, that 9520 RX, and this 9570 RX over here. So as you see, Donnie and Jaden, they're gonna work on the rears, the center section. Matt and I, we're gonna work on this hood, and Jordan's gonna be working on the roof. With that being said, these guys, you can already tell, Matt's already kind of been kicking ass here, going through from that to that. What I'm gonna do is start on the top of the hood, get a nice clean 50-50 cut, because he is also a farmer that does YouTube, much like Larson's, Sunny Farms, people like that. So yeah, as you can see, we got some work cut out for us. All right, so as you guys can see, not polished, cut. Still have a decent amount of oxidation left there. You can see kind of the reflection. The light's not that great, but I got to cut this probably 2 to 3 times here. But I mean, that's a pretty dramatic difference just from that to that. So I'm gonna keep on going down the hood, let this cool off for a little bit, then work my way back. And yeah, otherwise Matt is working on the side here. Jordan's about to start on the roof. And then, yeah, other than that, nice big open shop here. It's got 2 combines sitting over there as well and all that fun stuff. Jaden, what are we doing here, bud? Did you take did you break the ladder off?
Yeah.
Did you step on it and you broke it? No, we actually just took the 6 bolts off here. First time we've actually ever done this, where we took it all off so that way we could actually polish behind it. And this sucker weighs probably close to 80, 100 pounds or so, but now we're actually able to get inside there way better than we ever could before. So learn something new every day. Definitely gonna be doing that more often. Just pack a 15mm socket and pray to God that the farmer has an impact to zip those off. Other than that though, on this, yeah, 9570 RX. So Matt's got the hood going there. He's finishing up the top. As you can see, first round of cutting, we're still gonna have to go through a few more times. I'm gonna polish up that exhaust. That thing is gonna turn out freaking awesome. Other than that, you can see here, pretty noticeable difference between those two, but still gonna keep trucking away on it and things like that. Okay, so it's not gonna be a good way to show you guys because I can't mount the camera anywhere nice, but look at this exhaust. It's all chalky, and now it looks like that. So I'm gonna try to set up an angle, but no promises. Okay, 6:44. We've been here for 4 hours now. Got a good chunk done. Jordan's got last piece of glass there. I have a little bit of the exhaust to finish up, if you can see right there, versus to the right of that, the hood. 2 rounds of cutting. I got maybe another round left, probably 3 hours in total left. Polish, prep, coat. But yeah, I mean, that exhaust looks freaking killer now. I mean, compared to, just keep in mind, this tractor's cousins are basically sitting right over here. This one's actually the same model year, so as a comparison, that's what the exhaust used to look like. But anyway, so now we're gonna start coating the rear fenders, the fuel tanks, before we call it a night here. So gonna set up probably a time lapse and just show you guys how that looks and everything. So the tanks we already went through, scrubbed them, prepped them, all that fun stuff. So now we just got to coat them. So just take some gloves and our applicator and coating bottle, and we put it on. Okay, got the coating and the applicator, and that's the biggest difference. See that? Now imagine these plastics looking like this for years to come. That's the best part.
Tomorrow. A little under the weather this morning. I don't know if you can tell my voice or not. I had the flu like Saturday, and now I got a cold. Just can't catch a break. But anyway, on this 9570 RX, the rear is coated and we're just working on edge work on there. Other than that, I mean, if you look at that exhaust, I'm just really proud of it. Anyway, but I ended up talking to the farmer now. So obviously he has a 9620 RX, a 9570 RX, or that one might be a 9520, and then this one was a 9570 RX. So now I'm gonna tint all three back windows in Lumar 50%. It's their super high-end ceramic film. Just to kind of give the tractors something a little bit different. It's a super light film. It's actually Lumar IRX 50 charcoal. And so this is the film right here. Obviously I'm not gonna use this, but 50% is super light. I mean, even just for comparison on like his garage door, for example. I mean, there's not much difference. But we're gonna reject 90% of the heat, keep the heat off, you know, the back of your necks and stuff like that. Yes, these tractors have the shades, but those only work so good, and this is just gonna be completely, or so much better. And we'll probably be back. I would venture to say we might come back and do the sides in 50. I just don't know if I'll have time or if he wants to spend the money to do 50, but we'll see. Other than that though, on the back here, so this is all coated, including this black fuel tank here that you can see, all that fun stuff. Okay, so I just got this window tinted here. Well, not tinted, I have it shrunk to the curvature of the window, and I just did what's known as a wet check. Basically, it lets me know if I'm gonna have any problems during installation. So I got a finger there, one there, and I got something weird going on here on this edge. And then just a little bit of tension up here that I gotta re-shrink out. But just do that to make sure I have a nice, clean, proper install, because once that release liner is pulled, you know, it's not necessarily game over, but you only have a fine amount of time to get it on there before you get contamination and all the other stuff. So what I'm gonna do now is re-shrink it, cut it out, and yeah. So I'm just about to install this back window, but I look over. You guys know the Blue Man crew in Las Vegas, the bald guys? We got one, we got two, and we got three. Hey, once you three stand, we got the Blue Man crew. And the funny thing too is that yesterday I had a blue shirt on too. But anyway, yeah, so now we're about to start ceramic coating this. It's all buffed out, ready to accept the coating. This is our prep solution here. We're gonna wipe down every inch of this thing to make sure that there's no oils or anything left over. That way then the coating can properly bond. Okay, so today we are gonna be applying the new kit on the block. So this is just like the old egg coating that we used to have, but now instead of a 40 or 50%, I believe it was, solid content, now we're up to 70. So what that means is it's basically a stronger, more durable version of the previous coating, which is still better than waxing any equipment. This is now just a juiced up version of the previous version that was already better than doing that. The enhanced version provides better chemical resistance, better durability, protects way more against fading it, and makes cleaning up a lot easier. So the cool thing about this stuff too is it has a 25-minute working time. So what that means is we're gonna apply it onto the surface and and we have to let it sit for 25 minutes. Some people are like, wow, well, what do you do in that 25 minutes? You coat more. All right, this 9570 is officially done, other than I do need to do that little exhaust platform there. Other than that, all ceramic coated, buffed up, all that fun stuff. So now it's gonna stay looking this way for about 7 to 9 years. And it was actually fun. Earlier, I was showing Mark the water behavior here, like on the plastics. I mean, how cool is that? That's gonna stay like that for years and not fade, not dull, not white chalk up, all that fun stuff. But so now we're gonna get to the big boy here, the 620 RX. So the guys have already started, they scotch brighted the hood, they did a little test spot there to see how it's gonna turn out. Other than that, they're gonna get going on it here, and yeah. Okay, so had a little bit of a time lapse there on this 620 RX here. Saw Matt cutting, polishing out his side and that sort of stuff. And now they are gonna be coating it here with that new coating that we put in this bottle. Reason being is that big bottle's $1,200. Don't wanna drop and break it versus these little ones. If they do break, you're only out $150. As you can see here, I mean, just glowing in this light. So Matt literally just did his whole entire side by the time it took me to walk around up over here. And you're gonna see Jaden, he's gonna put about 5 or 6 drops and he's gonna do the whole that whole half of the entire hood. And then we just gotta let it sit for 25 minutes, which isn't...
We're gonna let it sit a little bit longer, probably about 30, I want to say.
Yeah, or even 30. I mean, the minimum is 25 minutes.
The next day.
Okay guys, now is the third and final day. I've been getting sicker and sicker, I feel like, so sorry if my voice isn't the greatest. Otherwise, yeah, 570 is all done. I got the back window put in with the 50%, still got to clean the glass. This one's just about done. I have to finish up the exhaust and this little platform piece there. Other than that, the guys are finishing up this guy. I think Jaden's coating the rear right now. The guys are finishing round 2 of cutting on this hood. I don't want to say it was rougher, but it needed a little bit more work than normal, so to speak. Other than that, I mean, that's before prepping for coating. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. But for whatever reason, the 620 RX, I mean, hopefully the camera picks it up, but it just looks probably one of the better ones we've ever done, to be honest. I'm not sure what really changed, but it turned out good. But anyway, so I hope that as of right now that we have enough content showing all 3 of these and didn't miss too much. I think maybe we missed a few steps, but okay, and what you just saw there was Jaden basically ceramic coating that last fender. So we're on the tail end of things here. All right, so we are all done. All 3 tractors are now complete. Fully ceramic coated, ready to go back out into the fields and look their best for the next 7 to 9 years. And the biggest thing is, why would you want to ceramic coat your equipment? Well, the reason being is to keep it looking like this for years to come, never having to buff or wax it again, and increase resale value. So I mean, these tractors, they probably go for $300,000, $400,000. Even if we increase the value by just 10%, that's 30 grand in resale value. And the farmer didn't have to do any work in terms of going through and spending days polishing this out just to have it go back in 6 months. And the other cool thing too is that washing it is now a breeze. I mean, it's night and day difference. I mean, you can just see the water's just wanting to run off. And the cool thing too, so we do all the painted surfaces, the glass, so now he won't have to use the windshield wipers anymore, and all the black plastics here. So I don't have much water left, but we'll demonstrate here, maybe.
A few moments later.
Now I got some more water to show you guys the hydrophobics. I mean, that's crazy for plastics. You can't wax plastics, and the fact that it does that now, it's pretty cool. Or for instance, like here, I mean, you can flood, and that's dry to the touch. Yeah. So we went through, obviously did everything painted in green, the headlights, the glass, the roof, the cab corners, the surround around the cab, battery covered casing, rear fuel tank 3, side shieldings on that, the lights, the rear fuel tank, and all that. Oh, and then we also did the, I wouldn't call these the axle, but the green pieces in the track system. I think that's the technical name. But otherwise, yeah, like even this right here, if I can, yeah, that'd be a good spot in that light. I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting your equipment and looking this damn good, there's gonna be a form down the link in the description. Just fill it out, and yeah. And if you're watching this and you're wanting it done, just say, hey, I saw your YouTube channel, and we're gonna go ahead and give you 10% off all the coatings for the, I would say next till the end of January. I think would be pretty solid. But yeah, just say that you saw this YouTube video and get 10% off getting your equipment looking this good. So, all right, until next time, see ya.